when people are protesting even peacefully, except when those who can handle people are in charge. Thugs, charlatans will not just take it over. Protests are good when they are peaceful, but I rarely have seen a peaceful protest beginning and ending peacefully. Because before you talk of protesting, there must have been real issues of contest, of contentions. And this is actually why you cannot really expect it to be peaceful. But anyhow, sometimes it comes out and you can be peaceful. This time around, people are hungry. And the hunger came about because of bad governance. Well, people call it bad governance, but I see it much deeper than that. And what's the depth of it? Governance is supposed to be for the need of all, as controlled by some, a few of us, but it has turned to be governance in Nigeria is now for the greed of the few, who happens or our chance to be in office. Hunger by our own makings and hunger by those who are leading us. So a hungry man is an angry man. When there are 10 of you in a room and 7 have the intention of stealing, okay, let's even say 8 has the intention of stealing, and 2 of you are not ready to join, they will gang up against you. Are there in the majority? That is what happens.
Now, the current situation in Nigeria is about ending bad governance. And how bad do you think this phenomenon is? Looking at it from the time you were a chairman of Ado local government till now.
Is growing worse by the hour, not even by the day. The people used to steal in millions of naira. Now you hear billions, and we are getting to the trillion being stolen now. For instance, when you go very deep into the accounts of the NNPC, you are sad, you cry for this country. You will pity all of us. I can't imagine it producing yams in my farm and still going somewhere else to go and buy ready-made pounded yam. When we are supposed to be crude oil producers, God-given, gifted by divine powers, they are right in our soil. We are not looking for them. We are not going around to hustle for them. We are not searching for them. You only need to put some things, your subsystem in place. You dig deep, you drill, the oil comes gushing out. And we are not stupid enough to sell what we are being given, what we are getting for almost free in quotes. And we import the refined ones back. How can you have a palm plantation? You want to cook stew. You sell your palm nuts to another farmer to process it for you, and you go and buy again. I mean, it's just stupidity. It may be infantile in explanation, but that is the rockest of all explanations. And some people are now conniving with foreigners to even steal the crude. And when they are bringing back, we are now buying dollars. Is it not stupidity or foolishness? Just because some people are extorting from that situation. Some people are benefiting from it. The other time I wouldn't want to believe, but I read it, that all our refineries are not working. And the past president even said they will not work, they cannot work. And yet there are workers, they are being paid billions of naira monthly as workers. Working what? Okay, you wanted to stop paying subsidy. The subsidy itself was a scam, as explained by those who now want to stop it, stopping a non-existent thing. I mean, I don't know. There's some balances, political balance, some high-sounding balances don't work again with me. I'd rather say it as it is.
Are you saying that the NNPC is at the base of Nigeria's economic woes at the moment?
If it is 100%, then the NNPC is responsible for about at least 60% of it, or 70%. Because it's something that's supposed to be earning us giving us foreign earnings. And we are frittering it away. And somebody woke up, either by whatever, built up a refinery, and instead of allowing the refinery to work, you are now stifling him from working. So who does that? You now prefer to export and then import, but there's something shrouded in it that is unholy. And when it is unholy, it cannot benefit us. That is just a simple analysis.
If you ascribe 60% to NNPC, talking 70%. So
yes,
to what do you ascribe the remaining 30% of our problems?
Our non-readiness to work as we should work. Everybody is saying, go and farm, go and farm. Every space in your house, use it for farming. We are just paying lip service and just deceiving ourselves. This high-ranking deception. Farmers in the northern part of the country, where the Boko Haram and the terrorists operate on a mega scale, still produce, and they bring them down south for us to eat. What stops us? But what stops us is very simple. You don't expect me to go hoeing, tilling the land with hoes again. If you want to encourage the young ones, I am a farmer practically. I deal in palm products, and I know what I'm saying. And these days, you see all manner of farming implements that are electronic on the cyberspace. And you wonder why our people are not going this way. I think it was Mark Twain that said, doing the same thing the same way makes you to be a mad person. And when you expect a different result.
Yes.
So let us think out of the box. No, I'm just saying, I don't like to say such things again because everybody is saying them.
Yes.
But they are not working. We need a real shift in paradigm, a real shift. Okay, for 3 years now, I haven't been to a function like a party. For the first time, I went today. And the normal me will want to get up, go and spray money. But I made up my mind while I was indisposed that never again will I go and spray money on anybody. So if you can be serious about change, change begins from your within. And all these so-called leaders, I call them dealers, they are just trading with the people. For instance, they said the BOI gave a particular grant. Young men and women, entrepreneurs, traders are supposed to have about 3 million per head. And somebody will sit somewhere, gather everything, and give them pittance and make a video coverage. One particular senator busted out the whole bubble and said the state governors, that was about 3 years back, the state governors took it over. What are the youths? Why are the youths not protesting against such? Because some youths have been cornered, have been given some pittance, and the thing has become so perverted in all of us. The youths especially are waiting for when somebody they know will be in government, that they will have their own portion. You will never get it right doing it that way. So this protest will only be meaningful when our psyche as followers has had a reorientation. Unless we change from within, nothing changes. But everybody wants to put something on top. Everybody wants to be part of the cake sharing, and now the cake has finished or is finishing up, and it will soon collapse if we are not careful.
You are tracing the problem of Nigeria to corruption, is that?
Deep corruption that has become endemic in our fabrics, both the led and the leader. Go to the market now, you will see that corruption is not a matter of politicians being up there. No. Go to the market. I think I was watching a video recently that they will buy things from Malam for maybe 500 naira a basket, and they want to make 2,000 naira out of it. And the thing will get spoiled eventually. Who is fooling who? Who is suffering who? You have civil servants who have hotels without taking loans, who send their children abroad to study. It is their children that will be in Abuad paying up millions. The whole thing is a perverted thing that has permeated the whole of the society. It's not only the leaders. It's only that the leaders must, when the leaders are doing it right, the followers will fall in line.
You are saying that the reforms or the way to the redemption of this country must start from the leadership.
Exactly. When the head is bad, the whole fish is rotten. Let the leaders show by example. Okay, we say Nigeria is broke, yet the cost of governance is increasing daily. How many SSA and SAs has Mr. President appointed since all these problems started? They even said there was a false news that he has cut down his salary.
When the president took over, what did you expect from him as his agenda?
I expected that it will be a more sane type of governance. I expected that the reality of the country should be staring him in the face as an accountant, because I am one. Accountants are supposed to be prudent. That's why they say they are miserly. They are not. You're supposed to have a reason for doing whatever you are doing, or whatever revenue is coming in. The expenditure must be worthy and must be justified. I have just seen that there were no plans pre this government. All everybody wanted was to be in government. There were no solid plans. It's showing now. It's not about party. Yes, I'm no more in the APC, but it's not about party. That's one thing that I am stuck as a big fan, one of the biggest fans of NNPP, New Nigeria People's Party. See what the guy is doing in Kano. Somebody says Kwakwanso. I said Kwakwanso is the most educated Nigerian who wanted to lead us. And when he was in government, he performed credibly well. He was focused that his people were underprivileged in education, and he faced their education squarely. So I wonder why we don't have a definite plan that we are following on these issues.
The government and its agents will tell you that the president had plans. One, the first plan was to remove subsidy.
When you are going to remove something, you must have planned for it. You are just giving money now to the governors who are squandering it because they don't have plans too. I'm telling you, their priorities are not the people's priorities. Most of them do is they want where they can siphon the money, not making governance a reality for the people.
Part of the demands of the protesters is that petroleum subsidy should be reverted.
Is subsidy a reality in the first place? Because there's a cartel that is supposed to be taking the subsidy, and there's, like somebody said, cartels just changed the membership. And I said, what is the meaning of that? I said, there was a cartel doing it earlier. There's another cartel now being put together to do it. So it's just a change of beneficiaries, sorry.
So if subsidy is being paid again, as it's been rumored,
what is being done with the money that is removed? Mr. President has said it loud and clear severally. Go and ask your governors. Autonomy. I don't know how it will work. I love that step, but the embellished issues there are much more than just a Supreme Court judgment. Who rules at the local government level? Who is in charge? Are they knowledgeable? Do they have knowledge of even governors at all? Are they not cronies of governors? So removing the subsidy and then giving the governors extra money, giving local governments extra money to go and do whatever. What is the purpose of the extra resources? You want to take away subsidy? You are bringing buses to Ekiti, for instance, where there are no roads, long buses. Why don't you bring 600 taxi cabs into Ado-Ekiti and some other urban cities in Ekiti State? We have to learn to take practical steps to really have a reorientation. Otherwise, we are just wasting our time.
People of the Fountain.